girl.
Well, after 25 years of circling Sydney, there's just 4 hours left before the monorail departs on its final journey. Celebrating an end of an era, thousands came to say farewell and to take one last ride. And our reporter Georgie Glover joins us now live from Darling Harbour in Sydney. Georgie, it's a bittersweet end for the monorail.
Tash, it is bittersweet because it's become a bit of an icon here in Sydney, so thousands of people are actually quite sad to see it go. But the problem was we just couldn't justify the maintenance cost based on the number of passengers that were actually using it. So we're going to miss it, but it is time to say goodbye. All aboard the monorail for one last ride. After more than 1 million loops and 25 years on the track, this was a historic moment many couldn't miss. Nostalgic passengers queued for tickets, crammed onto the platform and fought for space in carriages.
I wanted to have a look and see its final runs and say that I was there at the start and there at the finish.
So we could go on the monorail for the last time, of course, before it gets sold into scrap metal.
We are going to preserve 10 metres of track and also 2 carriages so that people can actually see what the monorail was like.
The monorail first opened back in July 1988. It was heavily criticised from the start and nicknamed the Monster Rail.
The monorail is the most offensive structure to assault our city since the Carl Expressway curtained off Sydney Harbour.
Today, though, no one here wanted to tear it down.
I think it's very sad that it's going.
Yeah, it's sad to see it go.
George Fong is monorail royalty. He's been driving them for 25 years, right from the very start.
Yeah, there's only a very few, selected few of us who actually drives the monorail in the world. I mean, there's more people flying jumbo jets, planes, trains and so on, but monorail, we are unique.
When the monorail first opened back in 1988, the designers came up with a futuristic concept and imagined us zooming around the city like the Jetsons. Today, instead, it has more of a retro feel, but I don't think the novelty's worn off just yet.
Except its time is up, its use by date is up, and we're all moving on.
But not before the monorail has done one last lap of honour. We've just spun around, actually. I'm not sure if you can see behind me, but there's actually a queue, a really long queue leading up to the monorail, and that just goes to show how busy, I've just lost my hair, sorry, how busy it is there today. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of fast facts. The lottery to see, sorry, excuse me. There was a lottery to see who could be the last 48 people going on the monorail, which leaves at 9:30 p.m. tonight. Obviously, those seats were in hot demand. 3 million passengers use the monorail per year ever since 1988. And as my fellow reporter Lachlan Kennedy pointed out the other day, the monorail has gone to the moon and back 5 times in distance. So we will miss the monorail, and we send it off in style.
Also in the beautiful weather out there. Well done, Georgie.
Miserable weather.